Now, we go into warfare. Any final words that you have for your troops before leading battle?
Kanan says, she gives an inspirational speech, and says, do not fail me, or else your families and your children's will be killed off one by one. Something to that effect.
Yeah,
Is that a?
They're well aware.
Is that a threat?
No, that's how the curse. I was about to say they're well aware of how the curse functions.
It's really funny.
She gives them a smile and sees them off into battle.
All right.
I can imagine that Ashwell would turn to look at his crew and then just for like a moment pause and think back on how he would have done things before everything changed. And just said something along the lines of, I think you all know what it took to get here. Make it count. This is the first step. After this, it should all be easier. Now, let's go kill a god. And he'll step off the edge of the boat with the rest of the crew and let's start kicking ass.
Anybody else?
Vaughn summons a spine cloud and those spine demons. I don't technically have any contractual obligation to Celestine anymore, so they're just kind of like. I basically tell them, "Don't fail me, or I will send you back to hell myself."
Very fair.
Do they really want to get? Do they really want to start from the bottom?
People to live.
Yes.
These people, these poor fuckers, do not want to start from the bottom of the rung. It already took them this long to work up here. They don't want to die.
Or lose.
Yeah, and they're hanging out with me, and they're technically severed from the hell, so a worse fate awaits them if they go back.
That'll be fine.
Very good. Natalie?
Zorn is still very paranoid because of what happened with that one god. So she probably tells her men, remember, these enemies mean to kill me personally. They are after me and me alone. You must protect me. If you need to die in order for me to live, then you must make that sacrifice.
Some Joseph Stalin shit. That's like.
Yep.
Gian, you popped out.
Off he goes. The great blue yonder with you.
Yeah, your men are hurriedly escorted off, and I want to show folks at home one more thing before we move into the actual combat here itself. This is a piece of commissioned art that I have made or have had made from Andy of Lost Art. It's been a very long time that I've had this made, that I've been sitting on it, and I've shown it a couple of times on stream, but this is where you guys are laying siege to, where you are attacking. Put a large ship up in the sky, flying around it, and that's guys, that's where you're at. So,
I'm ready, baby.
who is going to be rolling initiative?
Oh man, that's so cool. Oh god. That's
It's on
fair.
you. Don't roll bad.
Lol.
Don't roll bad.
Flat D20.
Don't roll bad.
Let's do it. Hold on, I'm just waiting for this thing. Acknowledge I'm grabbing a die. There we go. Let's do it. Don't look at me. Blame the
Dreadlord imposes their will. Press the advantage.
Oh! This just says advantage for Omni, buddy.
Aw, thank you. Another one.
Can't wait till you roll a 3.
Huzzah! That's more
Oh, that's
like
much
it.
better.
Yeah.
It was unfortunately not better than a 21, which is what I rolled.
I had a feeling.
Oh, you're right. Okay, it would have been.
I was gonna say, because if that's the case, my ass would be roll higher than you.
It would have been 19.
That still would have been
You rolled a
higher. Yeah,
D21.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's still
21.
higher. Yeah. Lame.
We are not being sneaky by any means. There's a fucking
We
giant
just-
ship in the sky flying at them.
There's an
We're
automated
literally-
magic
Yeah.
device that is going to start being bolts of violet energy. Shit. You're going to be
LDRs,
making hot LZ. Dropping this off.
God, we're literally black hawking in. I love this.
Helicopter, helicopter.
So, we can see deployment taking place. Being that they are already here and they are already prepared, they meet you at the gates. As your party is desperately flying in and out, bobbing and weaving from these rain of purple fire that seem to be generated from some strange portal that keeps on opening above the ship and then closing after belching out the substance. We can see hot LZ, as I said, people just rushing off the gangplanks, entire units in like mere seconds. Be safe, it'd probably be like 20, 30 seconds each time before the ship has to take off again. And yeah, you guys can deploy how you wish. This is just how I put them on here. If you wish to put them elsewhere, you can do so.
Okay. So, as far as reserve goes, don't we need to put our flying units in reserve?
So your flying units have their own little spot where they go in because they can't go anywhere else technically. They're normally on the side, so I just took the liberty of making it nice and neat where they have organized little spots that, like the Spine Cloud has the devil stuff behind it.
Oh, that's cool.
Arnox has a dragon behind him, and the Silkweavers have a web of spiderwebs behind him. So, everybody else can put their character tokens where they choose, their unit tokens amidst these 4 spots in the Vanguard. You can also put one of them in the reserve if you choose. I just put Vaught's archers in reserve.
Okay. I wouldn't mind putting the Indigo Feathers also in reserve with Vaughn's. So if there's enough space there for that. If there's only one slot in it, then
There's
don't
only
worry
one
about
slot,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries. My guys can actually shoot pretty decent at close range, so I'm okay with it.
So, Derek, what domain size am I counted as for this fight?
The domain size is the same.
So 2?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a wand of... Okay, so I have a wand... Arrows of Dancing Lights, which is the thing that lets you guys set up those advantage attacks. Wand of Lightning Storm, which... I can choose a unit. They need to make a DC 11 plus DS check, or they suffer a casualty. Or the Wall of Fire, which I choose 4 adjacent spaces on the line, and any opposed unit that crosses that line suffers 1d4 casualties. So I think I'm gonna take Arrows of Dancing Lights and then the Wall of Fire.
Okay, very good. So, quick note before we go any further, based on where you guys want to position things. So, your troops are going to be deployed into the Vanguard unless they are deployed into the Reserve. Okay? The enemy's Vanguard are these flanks right here on the right and the left. You will have to move into that spot before you can start pressing into their center.
Okay. All right.
Now, once you
So-
have secured the Vanguard, that's...
All right. Interesting.
move some of your units around. Is that what you're trying to do? Like just
Yeah, I'm trying to
redeploy them.
fight
I'll turn
these,
off the token lock. You guys can put them where you want to.
Okay.
I wanted to fight the misbegotten.
Okay,
Misbegotten
we'll
Horde.
get there when we get there. The enemy's actually going to go first.
Yeah.
I'd like to put my archers into play, if that means I could put them like here.
They can fire from the reserve.
Oh, they can
Yeah.
fire from reserve.
Yeah, they're
It's a
artillery.
ranged
Yeah.
unit.
Okay, cool. I'll just keep them there then.
So
Awesome.
that would put us. So you guys would likely go to. Because if you wanted to attack them, Shion, because we're on the vanguard, we count as being basically in base to base with the misbegotten horde and the living sacrifices at base.
So if you're going to
So
press
you can
forward,
understand.
if the Hexblood Hunters or the First Flight are going to try to push forward to get into the castle, they're going to have to fight the misbegotten horde right here at the enemy's vanguard. Then they can start pushing towards the center, and then eventually to the rear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We lost you.
Gosh, diggity
Tech
darn.
issues.
There we go.
Well, let's move into the first round of combat here. So, starting with the most scary of troops, the Obsidian Coil and the Living Statuary. They do nothing. The Traitor Legion and the Rusted Axes do nothing. The Twisted Feathers are going to start shooting. So, they can see a deployment coming over on this side of the castle that they are. And they are going to make an assumption that it's probably going to be best to try and soften up some of the cavalry. They're going to try and make a shot. Crookback archers are going to be targeting Sophie.
Snow Speeple.
That's correct.
Archers
These are
can target
artillery.
cavalry.
Yep. They shooting. Okay. So I don't know why that didn't roll. I literally saw it roll, and it just said the number 1, which is weird.
1.
It did it again.
1.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, I know what it is. It's the damage? Okay. If they're targeting something they're not directly adjacent to, they can only ever do 1 point of damage.
But
Unless
that's
they're
not
heavy
rolling an
artillery.
attack roll. There we go. That rolls the attack roll. Okay, I just have to pull up
Okay.
their actual card. Alright, so they are going to hit with their attack. Now let's see if they can hit with their power. They do not hit with that power. So, the Twisted Feathers pull tight on their bows, releasing arrows, and we can see a wave of these jagged, toothed arrowheads sighting into the flesh and chitin of your cavalry. Nobody dies or anything, but they certainly hurt a little.
Speeples.
The Misbegotten Horde is going to make an attack on the Hexblood Hunter. That does not hit. Okay, the Crookback Archers are going to make an attack on... Well, they see a dragon unfurling, so they're definitely going to shoot at that. You have two of the biggest and scariest things on the board. These are opening volleys. They are not embedded in fighting yet. That might reprioritize them, so they are trying to weaken incoming scary threats, just like they would do if it was real life, quote unquote. But they miss anyway. And the living sacrifices They see the big, scary, heavily armed and armored men that are coming up towards them from the south there. And they're going to try to not engage them for as long as they can to prolong their miserable lives. And instead, they are going to attack the indigo feathers. They hit. So they do deal 1 casualty with the attack roll. And they deal a 2nd casualty with their damage roll. So we can see them starting to fight for their lives, charging in at these staff wielding archers, and take out a couple of the first up front. That is going to be okay. So I'm gonna leave this for now. So if you'll see in the bottom right-hand corner, Severspire Incarnate is not targetable yet. They have a trait, Cunning Ambush. When this unit succeeds on a power test as part of an attack, it can choose to make the target suffer an extra casualty, and it becomes hidden until the start of its next act. So, as it starts the combat, oh, okay, no, it does. I thought that meant that it started with an ambush. It does not. So I do need to make an attack on the first round. All right then. We're going to attack the Motley.
Oh, no.
How dare they?
Ooh, that is really bad. So, it has succeeded on a power test as part of an attack. It can choose to make the target suffer an extra casualty, and this unit becomes hidden until the start of its next activation. So now it becomes hidden. So it cannot be targeted until its next activation. It erupts out of the ground, bites into a couple of the motley crew just straight up as it's going, and then like squirms around the side of the castle and out into the fetid, rotten, acidic water. And that is the turn of the enemy. We now go over to the players.
Okay. So I think our goal should be to cut through this vanguard as fast as we can and get our heavy hitters in so they can start wading through. Anyone have any objections to that?
I could just draw a line through them.
That's fair.
So you can choose how many spaces does that go?
Oh, I'm sorry. As a reaction to the end of deployment, I always miss.
So
that,
you can
it says that.
You can do that now. You are at the end of your deployment.
Okay, that's fair. Choose 4 adjacent spaces on the battlefield. So this isn't actually an action as a part of my turn. This is just a reaction. So I place 4 adjacent spaces on the battlefield and note the line along the edge of those spaces. So these have to all be connected, essentially. Tetris piece logic. And any opposed unit that crosses that line suffers 1d4 casualties. So I'm trying to think what would be the most advantageous to do that upon.
Might I suggest, because if we're doing it in like adjacent spaces, I think like for this it would be like, centers adjacent to rear and vanguard, and rear is adjacent to the centers. Does that sound right, Derek?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that it would target the ones behind them.
Okay. Yeah, I would suggest you can always start doing damage to the biggest, scariest shit, because the living statuary fucks us up every time it pops in.
This doesn't technically do anything until they pass through it. So
What if they exist in it?
it doesn't say anything about that. It just says any opposed unit that crosses that line suffers 1d4 casualties. Yeah. Friendlies can pass through it. Enemies can
Okay.
not. Well, they can, but they'll take D4.
All
So then
right.
I would say you could hit either 2 in the center, a vanguard, and a center, or both in the rear. But
I can trace. It has to be along the
strategically
edge
split
of one of the spaces, so I'm thinking. So you would let me connect the far right center to the vanguard, like that would be okay as part of the line.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking
That's fair.
here, and if they try to cross through here, that's a really thick line, but that's the only thing it'll let me paint in. So,
Okay. You're good.
so anytime an opposed unit crosses said line,
I'll say that it's probably going to stop in the rear section. It'll go that far. 'Cause it's
okay,
kind
that's
of
fine.
blocking
That's
the way
technically
it's
four.
shaped.
Yeah, that's 4 lines. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's a reaction. So if you guys wanted to take your turn, or if you wanted to let me go, I mean that's cool too.
You can go in whatever order you guys want. Strategize is what I say. Talk
I
about
can.
it,
I
think about it.
okay. What do we want to attack? Because I can set up so somebody else can follow through.
Okay. So I think you're right. We're also in a weird position here because the enemy is bottlenecked in the fortress. They can't get past the Vanguard are in contact with us, so they can't fight their way out unless one of our units is destroyed. Likewise, to get in, we need to get through the Vanguard. So that means that the most powerful units are corked in behind everyone else. They literally can't move through each other. So what if we do both? What if we do add damage on the outside, and while we're crushing the squishy guys to get into the medium centerpieces, we just pour as much incremental damage as we can into the rear ranks and try to just soften them so that when they do hit us, we don't get a hammer blow. Because I'm not going to lie, I spent a lot of time making these tokens, and out of everyone, as much as I'm afraid of the fucking statues, I'm actually more afraid of the obsidian coil. Those things look fucking terrifying. Yeah, I actually don't even remember the stats. I just remember they looked badass and being like, oh god. So, what we could do is, let's set up, because I have no doubt that between Shion's Blood Hunters, my first flight, and the Motley crew, both Vanguards are probably going to be, if not dead this turn, really, really screwed. Because they seem like they're lighter auxiliaries. So what if we focus that on the Vanguards on both sides, and then everyone else just, because everyone else is artillery anyway, just fuck up the middle. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're good.
Technically, that means Spine Cloud doesn't have a space on the board as well, right?
Yeah. Same thing with RNX, since it's a flying unit. So,
Yes.
also, we should probably nominate where our wands are, since we have a bunch of spellcasters, because if we want to use our wands, those take actions usually.
Those are also martial advantages specifically, so...
Yeah, so mine's
I
on my
have the
indigo feathers.
advantages pulled up right now, if you guys are wondering.
Thank you, Nurse.
Oh, thank you, Nurse. Much obliged. So I have my wand on the indigo feathers, hence why that dude's got the crazy wand. They can only be wielded by archers and flyers. Sorry, artillery or flyers. Can they carry it as cavalry? I thought it was only flyers or artillery.
No, it's gonna go on your. It's gonna go on. It's gonna have to go on Arunox, and I'm gonna assume that you're probably astride Arunox, so you're probably actually holding that wand. Wands can only go on. Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
Until like a couple weeks ago, Omni pointed it out.
So, Lise, you have a wand of healing, if I'm correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first, guys?
I mean, can we, like... this is a weird... So, instead of attacking with all of our units per person, could we, like... Could I say, like, set up an attack for the archers, let Omni attack, and then use my Spine Cloud later?
I'm
Or is that
saying
too
you guys
convoluted?
can go in whichever order you want to go in. Strategize.
So that's completely
synergize.
fine. Okay, let me...
As long as everybody goes. I'm leaving it up to you to make sure that everybody goes, and then you guys can tell me, okay, we're all done, and then I'll be like, okay, it's fine.
Okay, so let me do the preliminary bombardment on the living statuary, because obviously they're a problem, and they're going to be a problem. So let me start.
Everybody gonna be shooting them, yeah.
Let me start with my archers, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll for an attack. Actually, do I roll an attack on this? Let me double check how the wand works.
Yeah.
Or the arrows, rather.
Yeah, it's a normal attack, and then you get the you have to make a power attack. You have to make a power check. And the power check will only get you at most 1 extra damage, but because
On these
of the
guys,
whole-
it's the only thing that gets you. Because they
yeah,
don't take damage from attack rules, they only take damage from power check.
Okay. So yeah, advantage on. Well, this only gives them advantage on attack tests.
I thought
Still,
against
that
other
means that
units
it's-
attack. Is it them as well? They get advantage, and then other units get advantage. Is that how that works?
So the way it says, when any artillery unit this commander controls succeeds on an attack test against an opposed unit, each allied unit attacking that opposed unit has advantage on attack test until the end of their next
That's how I
activation.
thought it functioned.
Yeah, so I don't get advantage, but everybody else does.
On the attack.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just drag and drop the attack roll on top of this guy, right?
Yeah.
Because even if it doesn't like do damage, if it hits, it'll do something meaningful. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Okay, let's get that damage roll, dude.
Cool.
'Cause you might ping him.
Would that be a power roll?
Yes,
Correct.
that's a power test. That's correct.
Drag and drop the power. Kaboom!
Pow.
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Would you like?
I hit-
It's gonna be.
I hit him and set him up. I mean, that's
true.
the important
That's good.
thing.
That's good. They are
So-
glowing from the punctured, like bits of their stone flesh that it didn't damage them, but they've got like shiny arrows sticking out of them. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna save my spine cloud for last. I'm gonna use them for cleanup.
Cool.
If I can make a suggestion, might I ask either Elise or Chion if you guys want to push into the vanguard first? My characters, or my first flight, are best when they've moved an attack. They get a pretty significant buff to that. So if you guys want to lead the attack on either side, if you can kill something, I can move through you and push the advantage.
Alright,
Nope. Nope. Yeah.
I attack a misbegotten horde.
Sick.
Give it to him.
Chop him up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yo, that's sick.
Okay. Go ahead, Jihan.
Alright, so I just used my attack roll, right? This one?
Yeah, from the Hex Blood Hunters. So,
Do I
make sure that
roll
you
it on
drag
the
that onto the
Misbegotten
Misbegotten
Horde?
Horde.
Oh, yeah, I do, huh?
You keep looping out, dude. I don't know what's going on with your...
Nat 20! But it doesn't. I mean, if only they did something, but it's still cool.
Go, dude. 1 damage to the Horde. Okay, so let's take a look at the ability. Any opposed infantry or artillery unit adjacent cannot leave its space. Each successful attack test by this unit adds a bleed token. Each bleed token inflicts 2 casualties. So they take 2 now, and then they'll take 2 next.
Alright, so I
Nice.
use my power on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Let's go. Yo, let's go. Oh,
Are they dead?
they didn't diminish though.
No, they did not diminish. They succeeded on their diminishment, on their resolve roll.
That's still something.
Why did they roll with advantage? They should not have rolled with it. They rolled a 20. I'm just gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it?
It says that they. It says almost all of the misbegotten, with the exception of the archers, seem to have some advantage to morale checks. It's adaptable, is what it is. It's adaptable. That roll. If they have adaptable, that's why. Okay, yeah. The obsidian coil does. The rest, the rest do though. The only ones that don't have it are the archers.
Okay. That's because that's the template that I grabbed them off. Okay.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to roll that once more. Oh my fucking god.
Try giving them disadvantage beforehand.
I'm freaking out. I don't understand. Oh, it's because they already have it. Okay, it's because they already have it. It was rolling with dis.
Oh.
That would have already taken them below, which means it's already been rolled. So they do fail, and they are broken.
Woo!
Or actually, that's
Well
5. How much damage does? Okay, so that's the Hex Blood Hunter's first attack. They have a second attack. They only deal 1 damage each, but they still have an attack left. So they Hex Blood Hunters can still attack the Misbegotten Horde, who are at 5 out of 6.
Mess them up.
Now they're dead.
Good stuff.
Let me use my power on them too. Okay.
Damage exceeds casualties by 1.
They did.
Nice.
Oh, they're pretty strong now. These tier 3 guys, you know.
It's wonky in tier 3. Okay, so that is them. Unless you're going to move into the spot that you told on me you were going to clear off for them.
You want me to stay a commander, Shepard? I mean,
Ashwell wearing Napoleonic hat. Yes. If you could leave that open, I can dodge in and plug the hole. So that would probably be helpful. I can deal with that in a minute, though, because if I'm there, then it probably... Actually, no. Anyone else could attack from that angle. Did you want to try to push in from the other side, Natalie? Or and try to deal with the living sacrifices? Because I can help mop up on that side if things go sideways.
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
All right.
Okay, go ahead, Natalie. So don't move them. Leave them in the spot for now. And then
okay.
just drag their attack roll onto the...
I can hit them from where I am?
That's your only viable target.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? Yes.
Yeah, it's because the
Yes, I'm
there's
absolutely
two
positive.
entrances on the east and west, and you're on the more western side.
Well, I just mean I'm the motley crew, so I've got the crook back archers right in front of me.
Yeah, so I explained that earlier. You are only capable of targeting their vanguard from your vanguard, and then you can start your
I see. I misunderstood when you said that.
Bless
Okay.
Zarn. The party gets a bless. Thank you very much, Natasha.
Oh, thank you.
Nice, shady. Thank you.
All right, Natalie, go on ahead. There you go.
Oh no.
That still hits.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. They
Oh
have
my
hit
god,
full
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him up.
Oh, come on.
The power does not. Would you like to roll a bless?
Yeah.
Pop a
That's
blast.
a D4?
It's a D6 from chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a 2 up. Oh, come on! A 1.
I'm sorry.
I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 1. That was great.
I'm sorry. I hate that.
Well, that's my turn.
All right. No. The
Nope.
the harder hitting ones and stuff like that are solo in this. Also, we can only take so many at a time. So, with that being said, okay. Moving forward, who's left?
Yeah. Elise, Red, and I.
Okay.
So, okay. What I was initially planning was moving the first flight over into the vanguard position and popping the twisted feathers. Elise, did you want to run the living sacrifices off with the silk weavers, and then we could pour the spine cloud, and I'm planning on using the indigo feathers to drop poison tokens on people, because I do have an acid pool, an acid wand thing, that I can just dunk anywhere on the table, which is what I'm going to be doing. So, all right, and do you want to heal with Aranax, or do you want to attack with Aranax? Because the Motley Crew
Frontline
they're
fighters.
moderately damaged. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna get their asses beat. So, but it's your call. Honestly, Aranax is kind of a badass. So, okay, that's a smart move.
You will be doing one or the other. Oh, I get what you meant. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were going to sweep in there with Argonox. My bad, dude. My bad, dog. Okay. The reaction.
Nice. Oh, they're dead. Nice.
All right. They get Cav charged. How many actions do Silkweavers have? They have one attack. Okay, so they have cleared off from above the living sacrifices. That's going to go to Arnox and I believe the Fine Cloud and the Indigo Feathers left.
And the first flight.
The first flight is what?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my buddy.
Okay. What am I hitting? I guess I could attack the statuary. Any thoughts, opinions?
I think that's the smart move on my end, because I'm going to try to mess up those archers with the first flight, and depending on how I roll, they might just be gone.
Okay. I'm going to use maneuver. Actually, no, I can only use that maneuver as a successful power test, so I do have to attack them first. Okay, let's spike shot him.
Yep. If you're making an attack roll against them, you get advantage. If you're using an ability, that you don't.
Yeah. I can use my maneuver fire to whenever I make a successful power test, though. So spike shot and I succeed on that. That's 2 casualties and then a burn.
True.
So it's really save or suck in this situation. Like if I don't manage to get the spike shot off, fire doesn't do shit. I guess I could risk it. I mean,
it's a power test. I mean, it would get that off, right?
Yes.
Speaking
so I don't have advantage.
From the perspective of not wanting to see you guys fail, that's a higher successful. I mean, well, I don't know about higher because you do have advantage on the attack roll, but that is. I mean, you're only making a power test versus, having to make.
Oh, I'm sorry. As an action that they make a power test. Okay, so I need to attack. Okay, so I'll just attack. Done.
Yeah. The other side of it too is that. Nice. The other side of it too is since they're immune to anything but like power test damage. Anyhow, if you have any abilities to just do straight damage, just go for it.
That's what I'm doing. I need to succeed on this power test, real quick. I literally can I use my inspiration for
Yes.
that? I'm not kidding. I picked up and sat down to die because I was about to roll advantage again, and it rolled over to a 20. I'm like, Of course it did. What a bad feeling. All right, come on.
Certainly. Nice.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay.
Yep.
As a reaction to a successful power test made against the unit, I add a fire token to the target.
Okay, so they take one more.
Yeah, so the fire token inflicts 1 casualty.
And then they will take one more at the start of their next activation and it will clear.
Yes, I believe so. I think that's how fire tokens work.
Nice.
Very
So I
good.
did some decent damage to him. Hell yeah.
Okay,
4
first
damage.
Flight, Indigo, and Arnox.
Okay. So they're heavily damaged already. What I can do is I can start plinking away at them. So I think what I'll do is I'll have the first flight go into the Vanguard and try to mess up the Twisted Feathers a bit. If I get lucky, they might even flee. And the Indigo Feathers are going to channel, and they're going to channel their Wand of Acid Pool and try to mess up the Living Stature with a guaranteed point of damage. So we're going to have the first flight clambering up the walls of the castle, and as they sprint in, they start lunging, flickering with like little images of Ashwell like behind them, guiding their attacks. I am this plus, because I've moved, I have skirmishers, I have +2 to attack tests. So I'm just gonna roll this manually, Derek.
Okay.
Because there's no way for me to be sure about it. I'm just gonna roll it manually. It's +2 to whatever this roll is. You're fucking me up. Oh my god. So that's 11 + 2, 13. Does that hit them?
You said the Twisted Feathers, right?
Correct.
Their defense is 11.
Okay, cool. So that definitely hits. And now power attack. The power against them. So I'm just going to drop this on them.
That's a hit.
There we go. Okay. So they're only lightly damaged when they have taken a point of... Okay, moderate. There we go. Perfect. It's enough to at least plink them a little bit. It wasn't as good as I'd hoped. So they're going to fall back with their second action, since I can do that, and that gives me buffs anyway. So they literally sort of leap off. I imagine doing kind of that Great Wall kind of thing, tying ropes to the edge of the stonework and sort of leaping off. And meanwhile, the Indigo Feathers are all sort of channeling around, doing this ritual, and then they all hold their stabs out at once, and the ground beneath the living statuary turns like this transparent glass, and it just looks like a starscape below, and hands begin reaching out, made out of nightlight, and sort of starting to drag them down, putting one point of acid on their space at the start of their next turn. If they begin a turn there or move a turn, or if they move into that space or start in that turn, they suffer couches equal to the number of acid tokens, and then remove 1 acid token.
Yep.
And that's any unit that moves in there, not just friends or enemies. So,
Yep.
And that is going to be mine, at least whatever you feel is appropriate.
So the Living Statuary do not have to make diminishment rolls because they have the dead trait.
Fair.
They're heavily damaged, but I'm only going to do 1 more hit point to them when they activate, so if I had to guess, probably 2 or 3.
They're also about to take another point of damage at the start of their next turn.
They're
From
going to
burn,
crumble at their
yeah.
next turn.
Yeah, because I have acid pools there.
Oh, okay.
So I
So
basically plant mine.
They're done for them.
Yep. Yep, they're going to crumble.
Yeah, they're dead.
Or heal Motley Crew, but your call.
Yeah. Or take a... True. The real thing, I don't know what the Traitor Legion is capable of. They're the ones that are positioned to attack either the Motley Crew or the Indigo Feathers. So, it's your call. I'm not too worried about the archers. I don't think they're going to be too dangerous. I don't think. Maybe. Look, I'm just saying everything is weird lizard people here. So unless they have like buffs to bows. That's fair. Okay, genuine question then. Red, your Fire Wand ability, does that apply to... Oh wait, no, it's burning from the spine cloud, right? That's what's doing this right now?
Yeah, that would be the Spine Cloud's fire maneuver. The wall, if they ever pass through that wall, they take a D4 casualty worth of casualty.
Okay. I think that'd be a great idea. That would rough up our next contestants pretty well. So, yeah. That's perfectly fair. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Well, probably would help if I'm unmuted. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so very much for waiting. I surely do appreciate you. I hope that the audio is back. Please let me know if it's not, and I will get it fixed. Or just freak out silently and hope that it works. Please, machine spirit. Enemy turn. It's working. Thank you, Dylan. That's fantastic news. Yeah, I forgot to unmute myself. That was my bad. Yeah. That was an accident. Omniscience be praised, indeed. Alright. So, the place that I'm going to start. The Living Statuary. Guys.
So, question, Derek, for you. How much damage did they have left on them? Was it 2 or 3? If that's the case, that pool of acid's still hanging out there. Just point of order. for everybody.
It stays there until somebody clears it by taking the damage.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Very fitting. Okay, cool. So now Trader Leaf is gonna step forward. They're going to engage the Motley.
You got this.
Ivy.
Yeah!
They do
Armor
not.
up, baby!
Goodness.
You love to see it.
The
I don't want to die.
soldiers are going to fire upon Aronnox. Yeah, that one. The crookback archers. Yep.
It's such a cool ability.
All right. Oh, maybe they have Resolute. Is it just the Obsidian Coil that has? Okay. Anyways, Twisted Feathers are going to at Hexblade. They hit.
Okay.
They're going to progress to their powers. They nat 1 on their power check.
Nice.
The Rusted Axes are going to stride forth into the Vanguard section. And they are going to attack. First one.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Thank God there's no crits in Warfare.
They do succeed on their power test, however. There is just so many more of them than there is the assassins, and they are so much bigger and stronger than the Misbegotten Horde. Like, just size-wise, they are much larger. We are now going to move to... Obsidian Coil cannot really do anything from where they are, and they do not feel like getting of the root. So now we go to Sever Spire Incarnate. Attack with advantage. What do I want? I cannot use my ambush because I failed to read.
Oh, Sneeple.
I only succeed on recharging things when I'm DMing. Like that's
Huge mood. Oh God, where are you attacking?
The Indigo Feathers succeed on their diminishment check. But now I'm rolling a power. Natural 20. When this unit succeeds as part of a power test, as part of an attack, the target unit is also weakened until the end of its next activation.
All right.
have fun.
Okay.
Second attack. Those arrows were scary as fuck. But the Hexblood Hunters are more scary. So they're going to catch the second attack.
that hovered on an edge for like a half a second.
So they take one more hit, and now I roll power. Let's do it
Dude,
again.
make up your mind.
I succeed. They succeed on their morale check. Jihan just rejoined Fantasy Grounds.
Sick.
I hope so.
I really don't want to take control of them. I would feel really guilty if something happened.
I think that's what I just saw. I think I just saw the words. You know what? Now I know. Oh yeah, there it is. It's right up there.
Yes!
Enigma.
Come on, buddy.
Back in.
You too.
Back in. Okay, well, that is the enemy's turn, folks. So, the Sever Spire Incarnate has made a pretty substantial number of attacks there. Everybody else has kind of moved in to seize in that territory. The obsidian coil is still staying in the center. Party.
Partying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. You know what? If I can make a recommendation, heal the Hexblood Hunters. Because my guys don't care if they're lower strength or anything. Their Wand of Acid does their thing regardless. So, and honestly, if I had to choose a unit to die on this table, I'd much rather it be a unit of archers than the Hexbloods. Welcome back, Shion.
He returned.
What's
Welcome back, buddy.
You're just in time for our turn.
What
Nice.
happened? Internet went. Woo.
Yeah, I downloaded Firefox. See if it'll help.
Is it working better?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, I hope it works.
Seems pretty smooth on our end. So,
Glad to have you back, buddy.
everybody out there in chat land
missed
here
you.
and play? We did.
Alright, so, party is, Arnox has rolled a heal. We see Kira from astride Arnox, using the wand to restore 2, casualties to the Hexblood Hunters. Again, they are a small unit like the first flight is. You've got, 2 small units on one side and then, 1 big unit and a big unit of archers on the other. Kind of funny. Go ahead.
Okay. So they pushed into the vanguard, which means none of our infantry can get deeper in.
Correct.
I have a mechanical question for you, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the poison pooly thing kind of works, I choose a space and I put the thing there. Can I put it in reserve so that the Sever Spire has to deal with it?
No.
Is that
Spire
no? Okay.
does not occupy a specific.
I didn't think so. I just wanted to ask.
It's okay. That's fair.
Okay. Well, if that's the case then. I think our best bet is going to be to punch our way through the vanguard. We have to do that anyway, and just keep pouring fire into the obsidian coil however we can to make their lives miserable. So, might I suggest that Natalie and Shion go in first, and I can again swoop in and chop boys with the buff afterward. And we just shoot everything. And also, Red, you know, do your thing with your archers wherever you want.
Yeah, let me start with that. That'd probably be advantageous. So, I want to know what everybody wants me to shoot before I shoot it, though. I'm thinking Obsidian Coil is probably our best bet, because that's going to be the...
Probably.
Yeah, I think either the Obsidian Coil or the Sever Spire, because that thing is going to keep deleting units, or at least it's going to try to anyway. So
I'm not
it's up
really
to you
going to
guys.
do that much to the Sever Spire. I mean, what I could do is I could have the Spine Cloud go after the Sever Spire and have my archers light something else up.
That's fair. Okay.
Can they even see the middle guy?
The archers can target pretty much anything on the board. I just want to point out, because you guys are allowed to see anything from anything on the board, all of the Misbegotten units, which are the Twisted Feathers, the Rusted Axes, the Crookback Archers, and the Traitor Legion, those guys all have Stone Skin as a reaction to suffering 1 or more casualties from any opposed artillery unit. This unit can ignore 1 of those casualties.
Oh yeah, we're going to mess them up with axes, for sure.
Sounds good. Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my archers on the Obsidian Coil. Start with that.
Yeah.
So let's make an attack real quick. Drag and drop. Kerplonk. Easy peasy.
Nice.
1 hit.
And as a reaction, oh, never mind. Sorry. Where is that under? Okay. Dancing Lights. Yeah. Even. Okay, so I'll make the power roll real quick.
Yep.
I think the power
We all
is
get
2.
advantage to attack.
Yeah, that's not happening. Like I said, the advantage is the important part. So.
True. Yep. So you chip away at their exterior, some of their guards at the door there. Take a couple of arrows. But lighten up. Not in the fun way.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking I could have the indigo feathers drop an acid token on top of our friends the obsidian coil. Just make them just take damage next turn. Just period. So I figure they'll do their little haka thing again. They all just sort of chant, pump up their stabs, and the black the black shiny floor appears beneath these guys, and they get an acid token to resolve the next turn. That's their activation.
Okay.
What's everybody else want to do?
So that starts next turn?
It's at the start of their.
Okay, so they don't take damage now, they take damage later.
Correct. Yeah, it's not considered an attack. It's just a different thing. Reading the exact words, quote, a unit with this wand chooses a space, puts an acid token there. Any unit that moves into that space or starts its turn there suffers casualties equal to the number of acid tokens on the space, then removes one acid token. So it's technically meant for you to like just keep stacking shit there, but
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. Alright. Who's next?
I can go. I'll be attacking the I guess the obsidian coil.
Nope.
Unless
Target.
no?
You can only target what's in their vanguard.
Vanguard. Oh. Then I guess I'm going for the Legion. Traitor Legion.
Yeah, mess them up.
Come on, yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Off to a good start.
Keep it up.
That's
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
They failed
Mess
at the
them
punishment.
up.
You just fucked these guys up. You did like 4 damage to these guys in a single successful attack and power roll. Yeah.
Get
the,
fucked.
The Motley Crew deals fucking dammies. If they can get through with that power test, they deal like 3 damage. Yeah, 3. Or 2, excuse me, 2 damage. Yeah. They some beefy boys. Good shit. Alright, who's next? I believe, yeah, that's all they can do on their activation. Who's next?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone with my spine cloud, but
That's correct.
yeah, sort of. Yeah.
We have that'd probably be a good idea. Mess them up.
Oh,
That's weird.
okay. The hit.
Nice.
Automatic failure.
Sorry.
Oh, they are a tough nut
That's-
to crack, to be fair.
That's as bad. That's so bad. I'm sorry. You do have an inspiration if you wanted to reroll any of that.
Ooh, sorry, dude.
God dang.
That just doesn't amount to do.
You do still have the bless that Natisha gave you guys earlier, and the difference you would need is a 3.
That's, yeah, the 2/3.
It might be worth.
Give him something like
Yeah, it's a Space Marine armor save. it's a
Gambler.
Damn it, dude! Oh! I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry,
Yeah,
man.
no.
That sucks.
The one thing you can guarantee about a 3+ save is you'll roll a 2 when it is most painful.
I'm
Dylan can
sorry.
attest to this.
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds wants the obsidian coil to not get crumped in one round, was what it is.
Bunch of orcs riding us.
Yeah, I wrote the fucking guys at Fantasy Grounds like, hey, teach me how to code real quick.
Please. They're my boys.
Who's left?
Me.
Just the
And Shion and me.
Jihan, yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys go first. Like I said, I like using those guys as cleanup. So.
That's fair. Shion, you can mess up those guys on the left vanguard, and I can follow up afterward and hopefully tear out the twisted feathers.
All right. I'm surprised I'm still alive after everything.
We
After
gave you a
the,
huge
snake,
heal, buddy.
Yeah, the snake fucked you guys up.
Oh, okay. So,
My poor
yeah,
archers.
Derek is a nice DM. You know, I'm here trying to get back, and he's killing me, dude.
It was either deal some damage to you or outright kill the archers, and I thought I'll let him have the archers for one more turn.
Thank you.
Okay. What is it? The greater good.
He's
Greater
learning
good.
and paying attention to 40k stuff. Let's go, dude. I'm proud of you.
All right, I'm
Your
going
adventure
in
is don't make. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous down here.
for the God Emperor.
No.
Hey, you know, with results like that.
Okay,
who's
so
gonna argue?
you apply a bleed token to them. They are going to take 2 bleed at the start of their next activation.
All right, they're about to get power tested. Oh,
Would you like to use your
never
reroll?
mind. Oh, I attack again for the God Emperor.
There it goes. There we
Easy.
are. Easy
They have 2 attacks.
peasy. Yeah, you gave them 2 attacks.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't remember what everything has. I know I trust myself that I did the math fairly and everything. Very good job.
All right.
The Hexblood Hunters tell these motley crew guys, say, hey, we're charging in, come with us, and
You
assist
cannot
us in
move
this.
together
No.
on the same side, so you know.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't do that. I'm like, get out of the way, losers.
Ashwell.
I'm willing to bet that watching the Hexblades charge into that side of the castle and then hearing all sorts of screaming, including, I'm sure, at least one SpongeBob my leg. The first flight with Ashwell hovering over them ominously.
Press the advantage.
Sprint into the vanguard position in the castle, and having been let in, Ashwell just points at the Twisted Feathers, just says, "Slaughter them," and let's get going. So we have our attack. It's this +2 because I've moved, so I have to roll it in the open. This is thanks to my base ability. So that would be 18. So that's 1 point of damage to them. This +2 because I've moved. 19 for the
I
power
don't know why you're not rolling.
because I'm an idiot. Let me roll that again on them. There you go.
Okay.
Cool.
And they
They
pass
succeed.
their diminishment.
Feels bad, man. Every time. No, it's all right. Having made that attack and having messed them up a little bit more, Ashwell's going to whistle, and it's kind of that like loud, clear, carries across a New York street kind of whistle, and they just fade back. Literally, like not by running, but just like walking towards the nearest wall. They just walk through it and onto the other side where the exterior of the castle is.
I'm fading here.
Fire to fade. That is my turn.
Okay,
Red,
it's fine,
fuck
bro.
him up. Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice that you did a Cockney accent when you said fire and fade, despite that being very much an Eldar tactic, but I'll let it slide. So, I'm going to... Fucking heretic. So I'm going to... I'm going to roll to recharge my fire real quick. Yeah, sure.
That's not a
We all succeed.
Nah, it's not enough. Oh, let's see.
Damn.
I don't succeed on the maneuver. Okay, so let's see. What can I wipe out? I could technically force a power test and deal. And if it fails, they take 2 casualties and become weakened. So I'm trying to think if I could just like take something out real quick.
The
Twisted Feathers have 2
The
casualties
Twisted Feathers
left.
are pretty
Traitor
messed up.
Legion has 2 casualties left. Crookback Archers have 4 casualties left. So.
yeah.
I guarantee the obsidian coil definitely has hella toughness. So.
Oh yeah, they are fucking tanks, I'm sure. Like,
So, what would you guys rather me take out, the feathers or the crookback?
I feel like they're both kind of wimps. If you hit the feathers, they'd probably die. I can't guarantee about the other ones. So I think the other ones, they're not diminished. They're okay. Might I suggest the feathers, unless anyone else has anything else they'd like to weigh in on that?
This is a saber suck, by the way.
I think you should take out the crookback archers because they have more health.
Okay.
I can only deal 2, and I don't know if that's going to take them down. I'll try for the Legion.
Okay.
So the Legion needs to make a DC 12 power test.
Power.
Oh,
Funny
nothing
how-
happens. There that goes. Goddamn saber sucks.
All right.
Pain in the butt.
Well, that's the enemy's turn. Now,
Okay.
we are going to start with the Traitor Legion. They are in battle with the Motley Crew. They also have a clear shot to take out the Indigo Feathers.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I think I'm going to hit Motley. Glorious melee combat.
No else.
But they do not. Motley Crew's defense is too tough. I should have fucking gone for the archers. Okay. Not going to make that mistake twice. The Crookback archers are going to shoot at the Indigo Feathers. The natural 19. And go to the power test.
Easy.
That is a 10.
Yep.
Also easy.
Yeah.
Well, they did their job.
Rally now to see if they disband at the end of combat.
Yep, let's see. Do I get the, Okay. I'm going to try my rally roll for them. It's not the first flight, it's the other one. I do get a yeah, no, they're gone. Gone forever.
They
It's
just
alright.
Gone forever.
given where they are, they just perish under a hail of arrows. And yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. They are
That's alright.
Wait,
I figure
wait,
else.
can I use my inspiration to save them?
You can have them roll that rally check again if you want.
If I can
Yeah,
be
I'll-
real with you, buddy,
Oh.
I need natural 20s. Even on advantage, that's really low. And I knew
Alright.
what they were getting into. The first flight
You
of
need
the
a
ones I
total of
worried
20,
about.
not a natural 20.
All right, I'm gonna have Kanan like jump into the battlefield with a plume of darkness from where they were, and use my inspiration.
Okay. You're a sweetheart. I'm gonna try again.
This does not keep them in the fight, by the way. Does rally keep them in the fight? That's reckless, right?
No. Yeah, it doesn't keep them in the fight. It means that they don't disappear.
they
Which,
don't
by the way,
disband.
they're already deleted, so I can't make the rally roll.
Sorry.
So it's all right. Don't worry about it.
2d20 with advantage, or just give Gion his inspiration back. Your call.
Just take your inspiration back. It's fine. I knew they were. I knew what they were gonna do. They're just a rank of archers I've temporarily elevated.
Oh no.
I appreciate
He's
it,
a
man.
monster. He's a monster.
Ashwell across the battlefield over by the first flight just looks to his right, and then out of the ground, like no clipping through it, this shard of obsidian like a staff snaps into his hand, and he just sort of looks at it. Well, they did their best. He just lets it go, and it just drops to the ground and just slides through it like it's not there.
The Twisted Feathers unleash an onslaught of arrows onto the Hexblood Hunters, who weather the blow and succeed their diminishment test. They do not get. That is all of them except for Sever Spiring.
Gotta deal with that snake.
Nope,
He's cavalry.
targetable. He's targetable now. Yeah, he lost that last turn, and it did not recharge last turn. So now I need to roll for this turn to see if it recharges. It does. So he can use it this turn. If he succeeds on the power test as part of an attack, it can choose to make the target suffer an extra casualty, and this unit becomes hidden until the start of its next activation. It's got 2 attacks, so I don't feel like I have the odds of attack rolls. T versus 13, yeah. So you're gonna get one, Silk Weavers. That is a successful attack. Let's see if we can get a power test. That is not a successful power test.
That's good.
I have a second chance.
They mess things up when they hit.
That's a successful attack roll again. That is a successful... Oh shit, that is a successful power test and a failed diminish test. So we see the Sever Spire Incarnate like wrapping around the exterior where the Silk Weavers are like on the outside trying to fight the Obsidian Oil, and it just like strikes through, taking a number of spiders with its strike, and it is going to now become hidden until its next activation. They are also weakened until the end of their next activation, because it has poisonous attacks. That is going to be Sever Spire's turn, and we now go back to the party once.
Okay. They gotta die. So, who do we have that can attack the snake? We have the dragon, the spine cloud, the green eyes errors.
They can't.
That's fair. Okay.
Keep in mind the big snake is hidden right, so he cannot be targeted.
Yeah. So we just mess up what's on the table, then we call it a good one.
Oh shit! I forgot to apply the additional die, the additional casualty that does not.
Oh shit. Yeah, we need to heal the Silk Weavers.
Okay, so we go back up to 3. Reference manual.
Oh, you have Divine Rally. That's so good.
What's that do?
It's a Go ahead.
Oh, that's nice. Would you like to take that back? No, they're not broken until they run out of casualties.
Yeah. Broken as death, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their morale bonus is a morale bonus or a command bonus?
Additionally, I'll just type it. I have it right over here. I'll literally just plop it word
It'll
for
say
word in
morale
here.
or command. Okay. So everything on the table, they have a morale bonus of 1. That's not high, but just so you know, just so all the options are laid out.
Oh, you can't hear you, Elise.
I can hear him.
I can hear. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's the chat.
They can't hear Elise? Why can't they hear Elise?
I don't know.
Where the fuck did Elise's camera go? Fuck? What the fuck? Okay. What? Why?
Lisa's camera's still here for me.
Did I do something stupid and forget? I think I might have. Or it just fucked up and didn't add it when it was supposed to have added it. Sorry about that, folks. It's fixed now.
Okay. Welcome back.
Thanks, I guess.
Sorry.
I blame you for this.
It's my fault.
It is. You're correct. I lost my train of
Damn.
thought. What was I saying?
I think we were talking about the mechanic. So you took back the heal from RNX
Yeah.
because there's a chance they'll just come right back, and it'll be a good chance. So if that's the case, then I realized something I haven't been applying this entire time, like a dumbass, which is gorillas, which is every time I attack somebody, they become disoriented. So that kind of changes the strategy.
So the Twisted Feathers are disoriented right now?
Yeah, they should still be disoriented, the Twisted Feathers. So whatever that one does, I can't remember whatever disorientation does. Doesn't specify easily. So, I think what we can do is I'll pop in first this time, Gian, and I'll poke the obsidian coil. Hopefully, I can disorient them, and that way you can move in and finish off the Twisted Feathers.
Can I use my victory surge?
No. You have to win this first.
Okay. Oh, okay. 'Cause I kill a lot of people.
Red, who do we want to shoot with the archers? Because I figure it's a tie between either the Traitor Legion or the Obsidian Coil, right? Because the Traitor Legion have one person fighting them, that's the Motley Crew. And the Motley Crew get lucky, they might just be able to fuck them up in one round. But I don't know what the Obsidian Coil stat line is. My guys are pretty good, but there might be limits.
You're allowed to do that.
I literally can't click on it. It's just the way mine's working. It's not letting me do it.
Yeah, I can't look at it either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, buddy.
In the battle tracker, it's not populating?
No, it's not. It only shows our side of the battle. Yeah.
Even if you double click them?
Yeah, it's not showing me. It's showing you because you control them. It's not showing us. All it's showing me is that they have an adaptable advantage test morale. That's all that it's showing me.
Maybe MCDM changed it, and that was what the update was. You fucking know.
Yeah. It's alright, buddy. So, it doesn't much change the point, though. We get the idea. And I don't mind being surprised by some of their abilities. So what do you think, Red? What do you think is more important? And obviously, Natalie, Gian, you're on the front lines with me. This is your call, too. Which would you rather? me poke the most dangerous guys and make them harder to hit back at Shion's High Split Hunters? Or, Natalie, do you want the buff against the Traitor Legion to make sure you do damage?
I mean, I don't know. Probably the first one. There's a good chance that I'll just hit on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan on going in and ransacking the castle. So.
All right.
I'll roll in the coil then.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Chief.
they're gonna have to stop me eventually.
It's not gonna hit. Defensive 16. I do have a blast, but I have to roll a 6.
That's fair. No worries, buddy.
I'd like to get advantage, and there's always. And I'm probably not going to use the blast for the rest of the fight. So.
Okay, buddy.
Come on, all 6s. No, just a 4. I thought. I had a feeling.
It's all right, man.
So,
Like I said,
I'm good.
Let me go in first, Chion, so that I can poke the obsidian coil. So at least when you go in and start ransacking, they don't, retribution-wise fuck you up. So the first flight are gonna phase through the wall again and leap at the obsidian coil. Ashwell just kind of pointing at them. So it's this plus 2. I have to roll this manually because I don't get the buff from my skirmishers thing. I have to manually apply it. So, man, I am gonna re-roll that shit because that definitely wouldn't hit.
Are you not rolling the attack roll on them as well?
Yeah, because I'm not rolling the attack roll on them because of the fact that it gives a plus 2 from my army ability and it doesn't factor that into the roll.
Just add the roll. Do it anyway. Then just
do it anyway? Okay. Yeah. I'm using my, what's it called again? My inspiration for this, so. Why did I attack myself? Disregard that nonsense. Let's try that again. There we go. So that it will be 16.
Okay, so that is going to be 1 minus them.
Yep. And on top of that, they are now disoriented.
Okay,
so I'm dragging this onto them.
Yes.
Okay. So next, we're going to make that power attack. So this onto them. Come on, buddy. Oh, you're killing me with this shit. It's fine. So they leap. Yeah, they leap through. They literally leap through the wall, shank and stab and slash at these guys, and then you see this big puff of dense, gross smoke as they set off smoke bombs and literally fade away again. So, at very least, Chion, if they take a swing at you, they're not going to do as much.
Alright. Well, I do that too. I go in there.
Okay, move into their vanguard position.
And I attack the same guy.
They succeed on their diminishment test, but you do hit them, so now you get to make a power test. You apply bleed token.
All right, for the God Emperor.
That is successful.
You have another attack too.
Jihan,
Jesus, they're so powerful.
Sealed their fate with that bleed token.
Add my blast. Oh.
One shot, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait. Am I allowed to use my domain actions now?
No.
Oh.
You can use your whatever ones that you get for your army and your martial advantages, but domain actions or stronghold actions, those are in combat encounters.
Oh, I can use a martial advantage then?
Yeah, depending on what it is and what it says.
It says I can go invisible. Can I do that?
Could you read out what it says so I can know exactly what it means?
Oh, okay. I'll read it right now. Don't worry. Oh, it says invisibility. Each unit this commander controls starts the battle. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Well, I was invisible at the very beginning, so
That's true.
There we go.
You would have had advantage on that first attack roll that you made, which you were successful on anyway. And there's no crit, so nothing lost.
Oh, crap. Okay. My plan was to go invisible, so goodbye, guys.
They shouldn't. Probably not going to be dead. I did disorient the obsidian coils, so unless they roll really, really phenomenally high, they're probably not going to hit you. Can't speak for the twisted feathers in their archery, though. That might be a slight problem for you.
Wait, when they bleed at the beginning of their turn, do they die?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're just fucking dead. So.
Yep. Their fate has been sealed.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay, who hasn't gone yet?
That would be me.
All right.
Me. I haven't gone. I haven't finished either.
Go running ahead.
I haven't gone in yet. Oh wait, did I go?
You did. You.
I did go.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Nick.
Okay. Let's see. All right, I need to roll to see if I recharge both of my abilities.
Or was that last round actually? This is the third round of combat? I don't think Natalie has gone yet.
No, I was
Yeah,
gonna
no.
say I don't think I have.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to go, by all means.
No, I was just saying that I haven't gone yet.
Okay. This is for the recharge for the spike shot. Nope. And this is the recharge for the fire maneuver. Yep. Got it back. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I'm gonna try to finish off the obsidian coil.
By all means.
Come on. Yeah.
Nice. They were already gonna die, but it's funny that everyone's just instant nuking them.
I don't care.
Everybody
Raining hell
wants to
down upon.
contribute to the downfall of the big scary guys.
Yes.
I just wanted
I
to
wanted to feel important.
Thanks, Andrew.
I just didn't want it to stall them. I didn't realize everyone was gonna dogpile them this turn.
I did it.
All right.
I did it all by myself.
Wanted their head.
Your victory? My victory.
Mine. You know how this works.
I made this.
No.
So, with that, we are going to move forward to Arnox, I believe. It's not gone yet.
No, it's the Silk Weavers who haven't
Silk
gone.
Weavers.
Silk Weavers.
And Motley
yeah.
Crew.
Actually, Arnox hasn't gone yet either because I took back my heal.
Get back your heel. So,
So neither of my units have gone.
Natalie, if you want to go first, and then you can go back to back, or however y'all want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. I don't mind.
Okay, I can just go. Let me see. I really don't want my Silk Weavers to die, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference if they're probably just gonna get jumped. So, are the Crookback Archers in the Traitor Legion, are they considered adjacent?
Yes.
Okay. And let me roll to recharge Arnex's breath, because I forgot to do that last turn.
Cool.
He does not get it back. I wish the fucking battle tracker would stop closing for no reason.
That's so weird.
I don't know why it's like every time, like, so like I leave it open and I open up and then I look up and it's fucking gone, and I'm not even touching my mouse because I'm painting while we're doing this.
I don't know.
It's annoying. Okay. I think I'll have the Aranax try to kill the archers, so let's give this a shot. Okay, heavy damage.
They succeed on their diminishment test.
Reaction to this is going to be fearsome. So they're going to take an extra wound.
The Crookback Archers or the Twisted Feathers?
The archers.
Okay.
They're both archers. Oh, the archers, yeah.
Well, the Crookback guys. And so
Right.
now the regular power test.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Well, dang.
If they had failed that diminishment test, they'd be gone.
I need one more damage. I'm so sad. No, you're not. Shut up. Liar.
It's not going to make a difference. The combat's about to be over here in just a minute.
Yeah.
We're about to count up yours of what's remaining.
I'm gonna try to finish them off with my silk weavers, because that would probably be enough for us to have more tiers, if I had to guess. So let me grab them and do that, because I'm sure Natalie can kill something.
Hopefully.
Get out of here. Okay, so those are gone, and I'm sure Nat can probably get the Traitor Legion or the Twisted Feathers.
Oh,
The Traitor Legion is our only viable target.
yeah. So let's see what happens. Yes.
One, see if you can get that power test.
Good.
Oh
Yes.
Mess them up.
Nice.
That castle is 100% ours.
Alright. So, just as a
Yeah.
formality, we'll count up the tiers, but I am about positive that you have this in the bag. So, those are text one. Alright, so that is tier 2 and tier 4 remaining. So they have 6. You guys need a total tier of 12 or higher for the positive you have.
Yeah. So that's 7, 10. Yeah, we have way over that. We're already.
Yeah, we don't even need to count. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have 5 on my side of the board alone. Like,
Yeah, I literally just got to 14 and I'm still leaving like 2 units out. So.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Well, you guys have successfully won the battle for the Mourning Castle.